Hello, lovely people. Welcome once again to Abenasia's Recipes. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I share with you this amazing goat meat jollof rice. Let's get started. I have goat meat, jasmine rice, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, scallion, ginger, habanero pepper, garlic. I have 4 onions, 4 fresh tomatoes. Also have my nutmeg and curry. I have aniseed, rosemary, and fresh thyme. Star anise, basil, and bay leaf. Also have beef bouillon and salt. 2 canned tomato paste and oil. I've cut up all of my vegetables, so I add water to my blender and then I will blend my onion, garlic, and all of the vegetables, including my herbs, the rosemary, anise seed, and the fresh thyme, and I blend everything together. I'll be using some of this marinade to season my goat meat. My goat meat is thoroughly washed, so I'll put it in a pot and then I'll scoop some of the marinade on the goat meat. Enough to steam the meat because we won't be adding any water right now. And then I'll add in my beef bouillon and salt. Then I'll give it a stir. I'll then cover to let that steam for about 7 minutes. 7 minutes later, I'll check my meat and then give it a stir. And then I will add about a cup of water to the meat. I'll give it a stir and then I'll cover to let it cook for about 15 minutes. And whilst the meat is cooking, I've put about a cup of oil in my pot and then I come in with my tomato paste. I'll then put in my basil, star anise, and bay leaf. Guys, when making jollof rice or goat meat jollof rice, I recommend you add these herbs to your jollof. It really gives it delicious aroma. I've added my curry powder and nutmeg and I'll leave it to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, but I'll be stirring periodically so that I don't burn my tomato paste. My tomato paste looks pretty good, so I'll come in with my blended fresh tomatoes and my blended vegetables and then I'll give it a good mix. Once that is mixed, I'll then cover to let it cook between 5 to 7 minutes. Now my goat meat is cooked, yes, so I'll be removing it out of the stock and then I'll be baking my goat meat instead of frying. You can fry if that's what you want, but I'll be baking my goat meat today. So I've drizzled some oil on my pan and then I'll transfer the goat meat from the stock. I'll be baking this at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And there's my stock, guys. I'll set that on the side. When making tomato stew, I recommend you stir periodically. Yes, or else the bottom of your pot will burn. So every 5 to 7 minutes, please stir your stew. So I've covered to let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'll then come in with my salt and my beef bouillon, and then I'll give it a quick mix and then cover it to cook. And my goat meat is done baking. It looks like it's been fried, but no, that is oven baked goat meat. Alright, so I'll set that on the side and then check my stew. And when oil settles on top of your stew, that indicates that your stew is cooked. So I've washed my rice and I've added it to the stew. I'll give it a stir. I will come in with my goat meat broth. Yes, that is where all the flavor is. And then I'll give that a quick mix as well. And guys, I've rinsed out my pot with some hot water and that's about 3 cups of water right there. And then I'll give my rice a stir and I'm adding a half a tablespoon of salt and then I'll give it a stir. And guys, salt is always to your taste. Alright, so I'm covering this to cook for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, I'll give my rice a mix. And then guys, I'm using a large fork to mix my rice. The large fork actually doesn't break the rice into small pieces. So I recommend you use a fork to mix your rice, and I'm using the fork to kind of create well or poke holes so that the vapor can cook the rice very fast. And when you do this, your rice cook in no time. So I'll cover this to cook for about 10 minutes. I'm checking my rice and it is almost done cooking. So I'll come in with my vegetables. I have onion, bell peppers, and then I have cabbage and carrot, a coleslaw mix, and then I'll put in my goat meat and give it a mix. Yes, and after this mix, we'll just cover and let it cook 5 more minutes, and the goat meat jollof rice is done. 5 minutes later, guys, there we have it, goat meat jollof rice. And this jollof rice is packed with so much flavor and deliciousness. I hope you try this recipe, guys. And dinner is served, guys. Look at how beautiful this plate looks. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching. And if you're a new subscriber, a warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. And guys, please, if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe, like, and comment. Hit that notification bell so anytime I upload, you will be notified. Thank you. God bless you. And please stay safe. Bye, guys.